A very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of SPF on the what? On the couch. We're going to discuss match week 5, that is, the results, the happenings and everything. I know a lot happened, and I'd like to call upon the panelists to tell us what really stood out of the match week. Benik, if I may start with you, bro.
West Ham versus Tottenham.
Yes?
A game of two halves. 10 minutes before the end of the game, Tottenham was still leading 3-0. By the time the game was ending, it was 3-3.
I'm sure Mourinho was already composing his victory post-match.
Yes. But if you look at that game, Moyes, all the substitutes that he made influenced the results. All the 3 goals involved Lanzini, Yamalenko, and the other guy. There are 3 players. And those are the players that he brought in.
Wow, that was a very good game. It was a derby game that we, on our previous show, we talked about. We really highlighted the game. Was there any other game that really stood out? We also had the Merseyside derby, if I'm not wrong, which had a lot of drama. Yes.
It had contentious positions, especially the foul on
Van Dijk. Yes.
I'm sure that is a talking point going forward.
As a Liverpool fan, I must say I was really disappointed. Nothing. I mean, Pickford just left it that way. I mean, no card, no nothing. It was offside. We had a heated discussion with Ben when we were saying nothing should happen. There's no action should be taken when a ball is offside. Yes. I don't know what you think about that. I mean, it's not about us thinking, but is that the rule? Like if someone was stepped on after the offside flag,
would it be considered an off-the-ball incident?
That was my thought.
Would it be considered an off-the-ball incident? Because it's an off-the-ball incident and it's still dangerous play. It's supposed to be penalized.
I think it was just dangerous play, not off-the-ball, because the offside is part of the game. I think it was just a dangerous play. And, ideally, people should have been punished.
I also think even if there's not necessarily mean a foul or something of this, it can be in form of a fine or something, because we've seen that happening over the years, where we find a decision was not given during the match, but later on there's a consequence.
They call it retrospective action.
Yes, but you see now with VAR, since VAR came in, we've never had a retrospective action.
Yes.
Because the VR is there to check everything. So they always assume that the VR person checked and informed them, the match official, that have checked it. Once they said I've checked it, you cannot punish them.
I mean, the ref, even way before VRs, we used to have lots of red cards during the Merseyside derby. Of course, that game had a red card, but this really stood out as a special one. Otherwise, I think the game was so good. The teams came out very well, the results, but unfortunately for us football lovers and non-football issues, what stood out for the game. The other game that we had, which was supposed to be game of the weekend, was Manchester City versus Arsenal. Yes. Matthew?
Yes, I remember I told you that Man City were going to get maximum points during that game. Although they were not at their best, but they at least did what Arsenal is doing. They took the lead and maintained the lead up until the end. Arsenal, they played their game. I think the identity, I might interpret it as they were still, as the Ben says, a low block where they are compact in behind them. They do counter attack. They are very quick players who are very good in counters. They had a lot of chances again, but they didn't execute their chances. But overall, I knew Man City wouldn't leave that place without the maximum points.
Just at that point, does it say something about Arsenal? I mean, you guys already hyped. You're sure that the team has already taken. But then Liverpool came, took something out of you. Man City has come, taken something out of you.
Yeah, definitely. But for me, what I would really want maybe to just point out is, you would notice is as much as we are losing, the Arsenal is losing. The losing, we're not losing by a very huge margin, and you can see that actually our Arsenal's style of playing has actually changed. in the sense that if it was in the past, you'd find we are not playing the same way that we used to play like before Arteta. So Arteta has definitely brought in something, but as all of us agree, the season is still
Very young.
still young, and then most of the players are also trying to sort of settling in. So I saw Partey came in during the match. He tried to influence, but I think
She did point.
yeah.
But I think Arsenal is disappointed that the new text from this year.
Yes.
City was that for the take.
Yeah.
I mean, half fit Aguero, half fit Sterling, no De
No De
Bruyne,
Bruyne, yeah.
shaky defense. I think Arsenal will be disappointed. And I think one mistake that Arteta made was playing William as a false nine. I wish he had put Lacazette. Yeah, so William as a false nine did not work completely. And then also Patrick only played for 8 minutes. So I don't know why he didn't.
Nothing much, yeah. We don't.
6 minutes or 7, so that you have maybe 20 minutes.
Influence on the
But I
game.
think that game, Arsenal, if they were still, they would have taken something from that game.
My actual thoughts are more on the Man City side. You see, you're starting the season, they're one of the favorites, but there's no way they can win the league with that kind of display.
Yeah.
They were there for the taking. Okay, as much as they were managing the game, if they had met a better quality side in terms of attack and in terms of outplay, they would have really struggled. Because as much as they did, okay, yes, they managed the game, but they didn't do much to win the game.
Just at that, your team also took the maximum points out of which team did you play with? Tell us about your game.
Newcastle. Now you see, United had to make a reaction, and they did, especially after getting an own goal from so early in the match.
So yeah.
They gave a reaction and they came back. Intricate play, moving the ball fast, running through the channels, which I think is a good confidence booster now that they're going to play PSG in their next match.
Yeah.
So
Especially today.
yeah.
Ben?
Yeah, I think they performed well. Ole changed the team. Mata came in. He played Fred and McTominay. He benched Pogba. So there was a bit of some stability. But I think defensively, they were still shaky. So I think still needs to be something about it. They were still shaky. But they had some moments of play that they were playing very, very well. Yeah, but generally, I think Manchester had a very good team. So that team is very, very good. They have very good players. They are serious. I mean, the league is still very open. Yes, the league is very, very open.
I don't know if Godi, maybe this is something that we need to discuss. You notice that this weekend we had the most number of draws.
Yeah. The most, and
yes.
before prior to this, there was
The other
no
match
no
weeks,
draw.
there were no
No
draws.
Very
draws,
few.
yeah.
Few
So
of them.
I think that just what's it called, points out how every team is trying to just ensure they get even if a point.
Yeah.
They do not want to settle for some. They do not want to lose points.
Yes.
And it just shows how Premier League, how competitive Premier League.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that from all the teams, even the small teams. They just want to get something out of every match.
Yeah.
That is true. And on our show we decided to say that there's no small team. You saw what happened to Chelsea and so the Chelsea-Southampton game.
Yeah.
I think
Again, on that game, individual mistakes cost Chelsea the 3 points. In terms of attack, they are really trying. They're gelling, as you can see. There are more passes in between. There is a lot of link-up play, but usually on the front side. But at the back, they're struggling from the goalkeeper always onwards with the defenders. The defenders that we had on Saturday, in terms of movement and positioning, were a bit wanting. But I hope they are able to learn from that experience, and coming forward, they will put in a better show. But it was interesting.
there's something you're avoiding. Tusha. Do you want to say something about your goalkeeper?
Mr. Kepa.
Do you want to say something?
Mr. Kepa, So now Kepa is getting
Before
so
Mr. Moas starts on Kepa, want him to be objective.
Yes, I'm very
I
objective.
do not know why he was on that goal
No,
post.
but let me tell you why he was on that goal post. Because he is quality. It's just that at the moment is out of form. That is it. Out of form, out of confidence.
But he's been out of form and out of confidence for quite some time.
Not really.
Yes.
Not really.
Why,
But
why do you think Nani was brought in? This Ivorian goalkeeper, what's his name?
Mendy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was brought in just to give Kepa competition so that he can be able to continue playing at a high level. Because I am sure people, and there is no team that can sit down and put in money to get somebody who is not a quality goalkeeper. That I am sure.
I want you to admit one thing. Kepa was a panic buy.
Yes, he was.
That's what it is.
And a very last minute purchase.
And you
if
know,
if I'm
and
not wrong.
people really don't
Very
understand why
expensive.
we paid that amount of money. Is because of the buyout clause. The way La Liga is structured, you just need to hit the buyout, because they had tabled a bid, I think, of around 35 million. They refused, and since the transfer was being closed, and Courtois gave a transfer request, so now they didn't have any choice other than to just. And according to the scout, they saw that Kepa, his build and performance will work with the style of play that Chelsea has. So they were willing to.
I think we should just be fair to Southampton. They really showed a good game
Yes.
after the halftime break.
But you see, I think the problem that Chelsea will have, because you remember Chelsea went 2 goals down,
Yeah.
and they believed with this defense and this goalkeeper, we can score.
Pressure.
But they kept on putting, and I think that's the problem that Chelsea will have throughout the season, because people will believe that we can get, even if they score us 2, we can score. This defense, we can score something.
That's what I'm saying. Those were individual mistakes. Mistake number 1 was Kai. He lost the ball. The positioning of both Christensen and Zuma allowed Ings and allowed that through pass in. Again, that one you had no problem. The other one was between Kepa and Zuma. Zuma gave out a very not good pass. Kepa was, in many eyes, he was supposed to get that ball, which he did. I think he hesitated or something. Again, there was back and forth, goal.
He did not hesitate. He
But
missed.
goal number 3, it was I think it was a stoppage time. Yes, the ball was got to Walcott just threw an in. Then again Kepa
Could not save it.
positioning.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Individual mistakes.
No problem. We'll move on to the next game, which I think was also entertaining. That was Leeds hosting Wolves. It was just a one goal scoring game, and it was so tactical. Yes, it was so tactical. The first half was draw. The coaches they're all tacticians, brought in their teams, and I don't know. Calvo, did you manage to get something out of that game?
Actually, my prediction came true. I told you who it's going to be. Everyone said Leeds is going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason I said that was Leeds have been in the league, and they at least have a little bit of edge in terms of experience.
Wolves.
So they,
Wolves, yeah.
So they're able to grind out a result even from a tough fixture like that. Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the league, Leeds United. That is what happened, and that is what happens when you don't have the experience. The other results, ladies and gentlemen, if we may just go run them down, it was Leeds 0, Wolves 1, West Brom. First time in the season we're having 0-0. That is West Brom versus Burnley. Then we had Leicester versus Wolves, which ended 0. Leicester 0, Aston Villa 1.
Aston Villa are grinding out.
Yeah, they have 100%. I mean, of the games played, they are the only ones who've won all their games.
But you see, Aston Villa did this very good purchases. Keeper Martinez,
Very good. And
then they brought in Barkley.
Who has a point to prove?
And Barkley is playing. You can't believe this is the same Barkley that was playing at Chelsea. I mean, he has the freedom to. I think he's a big fish now in a small pond. So
we will get the results. The other ones were Tottenham versus West Ham, which ended 3-3.
Yeah.
Ben's game of the weekend. Crystal Palace 1-1 with Brighton. It was a good game, eh?
Yeah.
Then we had Sheffield United 1-1 with Fulham. Newcastle 0, Manchester United 1. Newcastle 0, Manchester
One.
United 4. Sorry.
One.
1.
Newcastle 1 goal. That is own goal by Shaw.
Yes.
Then Manchester United 4.
Yes.
Then we had Manchester City beat Arsenal 1-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had Chelsea 3-3
Yeah.
against Southampton. And finally, we had Everton, the Manchester Derby 2-2. Match week 5 was a weekend that was taken over by VAR. A lot of discussions of the game itself. It was a weekend that Manchester United managed to score the highest number of goals, and it was quite entertaining.
And Bruno lost the penalty.
Bruno lost a penalty.
I remember us having this argument.
Adizo managed to lead our SPF fantasy team. That was match week.
I've always been
analysis.
leading.
That is match week 5 for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching the show. Subscribe to our channels. Any feedback is highly appreciated and will be welcomed. Thank you and have a very good week. From us to you, it is
Cheers.
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 Wow.